Hello. Welcome to the live stream. In case you're unaware, I do this stream every Wednesday at 5 o'clock, but I shan't be doing it next week as I will be away, having a well-deserved break. But yeah, normally it's 5 o'clock on Wednesday that I do this. So yeah, you can join through the Zoom link. The link is below the video in the box area, and or you can watch this on YouTube. So you can ask questions as well if you're live watching this live, and you do that, as I say, through Zoom. And you can join Zoom, or you can write them in the chat box, and I'll read them out. So yeah, welcome. Welcome. I had a nap about an hour ago, so I'm a little bit, or half an hour ago, 40 minutes ago, so I'm a little bit sleepy, but woke up. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so I created a title, looking for ourselves. Sorry, looking for ourselves. Ooh. My eyes are getting, they are getting a bit I can see, but it's just easier with glasses on. But if I wear my glasses, you can see the screen in the reflection, which is okay, I suppose, but it's just yeah, I haven't got to read too much, I suppose, but I'll just cover all the writing up. It's a blurry distraction. I'll just cover this screen like this, and ignore the writing. So yeah, let me just see the title. Looking for ourselves. Looking for ourselves. That's so beautiful, actually. I'm a little bit hot. Looking for ourselves. Everyone chose to eat last minute, and now it's just smoky in here, and I feel hot because the hob was on, and small sandwiches, toasted sandwiches. Anyway, I'll try and block that out and focus. Okay, looking for ourselves. If I keep saying it, eventually I'll get into the flow of it. Block out the smells and the temperature. So yeah, this is a really beautiful subject. I think it's really beautiful. Looking for ourselves. I feel this is deeply what humanity is looking for. That is so beautiful. Like this turning it in, this turning in. Having looked out there for peace, for happiness, for love, and for the answers, for truth. There's this illumination happening. There's this recognition happening that actually out there, more stuff isn't the answer. And that there's something deeper that we all long for, but it's not in experiences, it's not in form, not in things. So there's this turning around. It's not really a turning around, but that's the best I can describe it as, because it's not turning around as in it's like this looking here rather than turning around. It's like a looking here, what's already here. What is this? What's looking out? What do we already have? It's like in that Eckhart Tolle book, The Power of Now, where he's talking at the beginning about the homeless person not sitting on the box of treasure. It's right here, it's right here. What you long for can't be given to you by a stranger walking past. It can't be given to you by your children or your husband or wife or your mother or father or the government or whatever it is. They can give you pain and pleasure, pain and pleasure. You can get it and not get it from the world, from external sources, experiences, forms. But there's something that's been overlooked or not contemplated or not turned to or not revealed because it has no quality. So you can't see it and label it and point at it, although we attempt to point at it in these kinds of discussions and talks, but it's yeah, it's impossible to point at in words, in language. In these kinds of talk, we're pointing at it, but we're also pointing out that the words and these sentences aren't it. The meaning isn't it. So 2 + 2 = 4. That makes sense. And I speak that, but the 4, the answer to that, isn't actually the truth. So the mind may think, I've got it, I know it's 4, I know it, I've got it. But actually that 4 answer isn't it. I'm just using this calculation as a way to describe it, describe something. And you may understand that logically, that 2 + 2 is 4. But actually, that's not it. That 4 that you're thinking of and equaling isn't it. It's just a representation of it. So in these kinds of talks, you're throwing it all away. You're using these computations, these words, these descriptions, and there's some kind of understanding from them and some kind of, oh, I see from them, and clarifying from them, and they're helpful. But then that 4 can't be like filed away as, oh, I've got it, it's a 4, I know it, it's in my folder, in my briefcase, I have the answer, it's 4. And you can't then drag it out to show people, I have the answer, it's 4, I have it here, because that's not it. It's like an illusion, this 4, it's not actually it. It's a mirage. So in a way, you're hearing and understanding this 4, but you're also leaving it disintegrate. You're letting the 4, like smoke, it's like it's dissolving, it's evaporating. It's not to be held onto and filed away in your non-duality folder. It should dissolve, it should disintegrate, it should be not true. And there's such a beauty in that not trueness. It's so beautiful, because normally we're holding these ideas and language and meanings as truth, as reality. So this idea of I and you and in and out and me and you and right and wrong and this and that, we, rather than just using them in our human developed language to communicate, we tend to hold on to them as truth. We believe this man-made, human-made, mind-made reality that we've created, what's been created, we buy into it and believe it and hold it as reality, as truth. Whereas this is like a smoke screen of meaning, of made up meaning, of not true. It doesn't mean the end of words and meaning, it's just they're not true. They become secondary. They become secondary. But actually, I think also they become secondary at some point where you see through them. Then at some point, they also become equally valid. I don't want to like discount or discredit this experience of life, of human, of words and meaning. They also have a place. They also are part of this. And so they become, at some point, they become also valid, also equal to the emptiness. The everything is the nothing is the everything. And so for a while, there can be a rejection of that, a seeing through the everything and seeing it as nothing. But at some point, that the everything is also equally valid and also real as well. It becomes real, but at the same time, not real. It's a beautiful expression of nothing, of emptiness. And so in this, there's no way you can sit, you can't sit on anything. You can't sit on anything. And this is beautiful. But you are live. You are exactly what is happening. You are nothing and everything. You are this moment. You are this quiet, moving stillness. Just thought, is my microphone on? Yeah, okay, just check it. I'll just check on oh it's I don't know. I'll keep it on mute. I'm assuming the volume is on. Ooh. So you're welcome to ask any questions about this. As I say, through joining Zoom or through the YouTube chat box. But this really is what is looked for. This is what is looked for. This is what is looked for. This nothing, everything. Endless embrace. An image comes to mind of falling into a hole and just an arm is visible. And that arm is trying to grab a hold. That arm is like my thoughts right now, wanting to be saved. Wanting to hold on to something, grab something. Or a rock or a tree. Some grass, trying to hold on. Trying to not dissolve. Yeah. That's okay. That the arm or the thoughts is doing that. Any question I could ask would just be trying to be so saved. I trust animal. I trust animal, someone who seems knows something more than me. I trust animals. Maybe I trust animals. Someone, no. I trust animal. Someone who seems knows. So actually, a potato. That's quite cute. Who seems knows something. I'm not sure what that means. Potato. Maybe saying you trust animals. You trust animals because they seem to know something more than me. Mm. if you will not upload, this is potato again, if you will not upload video anymore, absolutely no problem. So anyone's free to join Zoom if you'd like to join Zoom to speak. Zoom is open, available, or you can ask questions in the chat. I'm trying to join Zoom. Oh, but it says host has another. Oh, I know I've done wrong. I think I pressed new meeting rather than. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I might have pressed the wrong button when I started. I thought it didn't matter, but it must matter. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I'll make sure I use the correct the same link the next time. Yeah. Thanks for letting me know as well. I didn't know that. I shouldn't do that. Thank you, Dee, for informing me of that mistake. But you're free to ask a question in the chat for this time, and then I'll make sure I do it properly the next time, so you can join via the link. Oopsie daisy. Oh, I just thought of something. I could share this. I could just share this current link in the chat, couldn't I? Let me just try and find it. I just realised. Let me just. My mouse has gone. There it is. Okay. Let's try and find this copy invite link. Let's try this. Oh, there you go. I just thought then. Oh my god. I think I logged into Zoom one time and my meeting disappeared. So I just put press new meeting, not thinking the link that I normally have will be a different link. Oh dear. So there you go. There's the link for this current meeting in the chat. Well, thank you, beautiful. As I was saying, I'm not going to be here next week for the stream, so I shall see you again in 2 weeks, and yeah, just lots of love, really. Yeah, lots of love.